Allowing your style to evolve and play is the key to creating outfits that feel most authentically you. Let's get into it. My 3 defining my personal style words are classic, unstructured, with a twist. In my opinion, I think everybody, especially any woman over 40, should have with a twist as one of her own personal style defining words or phrases. Because it's the twist that keeps things interesting. It's that twist that keeps us inspired. It's the twist that represents the subtext of who we are in the moment. And let me tell you, I love a good twist. Hi there, if we've never met before, my name is Lori and I'm so glad to have you here in my closet. Welcome to my closet. Now, if we have met before, thanks for stopping back in. Welcome back to my closet. Now, in my experience, almost all wardrobe related content is created around defining your style. And most often content creators that I see, including myself, suggest you define your personal style in 3 words because it makes it simple. It's easy to work with, it's easy to remember. It's not overwhelming, right? 3 words. We can all come up with 3 words. And this is a good thing. Personal style definitions allow us to shop, but not speak. Allow us to shop with clarity and confidence, especially if you're going through a big life transition, right? If you define your 3 style words or phrases that you want to use to define your style, especially during a transition point, it is easy to pick up a garment in a store that you might be drawn to for any reason and think, does this hit my style words? And if it doesn't, to leave it behind, right? And you can do that with confidence because you know that piece is not going to support you in the wardrobe you've already decided you want to have. So in that case, style words are fantastic. You can shop with clarity and confidence quickly. And this helps us to save money as well. Style definitions help us to save money because if we're using our style definitions to choose the pieces that we're bringing into our wardrobe, we're also using those same words to define what we're not bringing into the wardrobe. We're not buying things that we ultimately don't wear, and that saves us money. It makes it easy to leave those things behind. Style definitions work amazingly well to help us build a cohesive mix and match wardrobe that makes sense and serves us really well. If you're making all of your decisions from that same place of those 3 style words or phrases, then most likely you're going to be drawn to things that are going to mix and match well because it's something you're drawn to start with and it fits your 3 style words. And if you have a whole collection of things that hit on all of those marks, then you're very likely to have a whole collection of things that mix and match and serve your needs pretty well. Now, I did a whole video about defining your personal style words, and I'll link that video here if you want to check it out. But in that video, I did not explain well my with a twist and why I think it's so key to developing your own personal style. Let me show you a couple of pieces that really represent the with a twist well, so you kind of have a visual of what I'm talking about, of what with a twist means to me. This first item is classic. It is a black suiting blazer, right? It's classic. What's more classic than a black traditional fit blazer? It's not overly slim, but it's also not oversized at all. It's just a black blazer that fits really well. That is as classic as it comes. That hits on my classic style like a home run, right? But it also has a unstructured aspect to it because it has a ruched sleeve. And that's something I really like. When you have a ruched sleeve that you don't have to push up, it just stays up. That gives it a more unstructured look and feel, an unstructured vibe to the piece. So even though it's really classic, it brings in unstructured as well. So unstructured is represented perfectly in this piece as well. There's also a twist because this blazer has this eyelash trim lace all through the front, right down the middle, and also on the sleeve detail. This is just not something you're likely to see in a piece that is strictly classic or in a piece that is strictly unstructured, right? This would be more of a romantic vibe, I would say, because it's an eyelash lace and it's almost a little flirty, or it can be completely conservative depending on how you style it. This piece represents all 3 aspects of my style perfectly. That makes it a perfect piece for my wardrobe. It is also kind of a little bit dressy, so let me show you a really casual option. A really casual piece that I've used that also hits on all 3 of my style words. Now this piece is casual, but it's as classic as it comes because it's just a light gray sweatshirt. Yeah, a light gray sweatshirt. What is more casual and classic than a light gray sweatshirt? So classic, nailed it. But it's also unstructured because I removed the ribbing collar at the top. I didn't make the neckline really wide. I only removed the line of ribbing that was right here at the top, which gives it that unstructured vibe but for me, it doesn't feel sloppy. Sometimes when you see those really wide cut distressed sweatshirts, they can look a little sloppy for my taste. So I really enjoy this neckline because it's absolutely unstructured, but not in a way that feels sloppy for me. Now there's also a twist, right? So I upcycled this plain gray sweatshirt and I added this monochromatic, really subtle, kind of even hard to see, dandelion embroidery pattern. That gives it a twist. It's not just a plain classic gray sweatshirt with a removed neckband that makes it feel unstructured. It is with a twist. It has that shadow kind of embroidery, monochromatic look. I also added a cotton lace detail at the waistline. I did not take off the waistband, so just this little bit of cotton lace peeks out at the waist. Both of these pieces, one being a bit more dressy and one being super, super casual, hit all three of my style words. Classic, unstructured, with a twist. And it's the twist that keeps my wardrobe interesting. Because it's the twist that allows us to explore different things that we may be drawn to outside of the normal style definitions that we create for ourselves. Style definitions are fantastic and I will stand by them. I always have, I probably always will till the end of days. I don't know. But I cannot imagine a time where I don't stand behind having 3 words or a phrase as part of your own personal style definition. I think they are so effective and so great for what they do. However, I think one of your style definitions needs to be a little bit fluid, with a twist, if you will, because it shouldn't be constricting. Style words should be used as a foundation to guide us, but not a limitation. We need and deserve room to play with our style. Getting dressed for our day should be fun, and your wardrobe is meant to serve you. You are not a slave to your wardrobe. You are not a slave to style words. Those serve you. You don't serve them. Our wardrobes, the way we dress, are the most visually representative way that we present ourselves to the world, that we present ourselves to ourselves. And I believe that you and I should both leave room in our definitions that allows us to evolve, that allows us to change, or just simply allows to play with a different aspect of our personality for a day. I'm curious to know, do you use style defining words, descriptive words, or a phrase? If you do, I'd love to have you drop down into the comments and let me know what yours are. I think it is so interesting the way we come up with such great fits for our own personal style. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for a few minutes today. If you have a few more minutes, I'd love to see you in this video. And if you'd like to hang out from time to time on a regular basis, please do consider subscribing to the channel, but only if you want to. If you don't want to subscribe to the channel, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter really much at all. You're here and I'm here, and that's really what counts, right? So if you want to subscribe, do it. If you don't want to subscribe, don't do it. You're still invited to come back, hang out in my closet again, because I'll be here. I will be back here in my closet making more videos, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. I'll talk to you later. Bye.